Hey everybody, this is Dan for Gamity on Cars. Now, in this video, I hope you've come from my review of this, the 2017 Range Rover Sport. In this video, we're going to get this thing out on the road. I got the key right here. We're going to take it through its paces a little bit. We're going to give this car a GEM score, so let's get right into it. Now, this car has a 3-liter V6 supercharged with 340 horsepower, 322 foot-pounds of torque. This is a heavy car. It's almost 5,000 pounds, but it'll still go 0 to 60 in about 6.5 seconds. Now, we're not going to try that out, but we're going to test this thing out on the road. So, here we go. Alright, so we're going to take this thing out on the road. Now, if you have come from my review, my main takeaway from this car is that it is just very luxurious and very classy. And I mean, it's weird to say, but very British. I mean, this has almost been like a long time, like a stereotypical British car. But I want to see how, if you can hear like the supercharger once you get up in the revs a little bit. I just want to see if that is going to be a thing. Now, I said in the other video, I used to work for Land Rover Harrisburg when I was in college. You know, I was an auto detailer, and I drove, it was like a 2004 Range Rover, and that car was just so sweet. I mean, the steering was so light. I mean, that is like 15 years ago, so this car is much better in every way. So we're gonna put this thing through her paces a little bit just to see what we got. Now, I just experienced something kind of weird. Now, this car has a button on the dash here that has a picture of a Range Rover going downhill. It's called HDC, which is Hill Descent Control. Now, I just was going down a slight downhill, just driving here, and the car sort of like stopped itself. I turned it off because it's weird, but if I turn that on, it's called Hill Descent Control. I think it's going to sort of slow down as I go down this hill. There's a pretty big hill in front of me, but I just want to see if it still does that. That was weird. I can't say I've ever had a car that had that feature for me. So if I go downhill, yeah, my foot is off the brake and it's slowing. Wow, you can see the car slowing. Wow, that's crazy. Now, that is a feature that lends that this car has some off-road capabilities. So if you took this car off-road, that is where you would use that feature. Now, I can't speak for the owner of this car. I don't know if she's going to take this off-road. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. But that is a cool feature that is something I wouldn't think would be standard in like a luxurious, you know, performance SUV like this car is. Now, this car has an 8-speed command shift automatic transmission. I mean, I guess command shift is Land Rover speak. It's a ZF automatic transmission. Those are the best in the business. Other than your PDKs. But yeah, we're going to go on my favorite driving road here just to see how this thing will perform. I mean, this being a heavy car, I mean, the only car I have to compare this to, sort of just as a big car, is my buddy Will used to have a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. That car had 150 more horsepower, but I want to see how this car can hang in a little bit of twisties. I mean, I'm no professional driver. This car is no, you know, Porsche 911, so we're going to see how this thing performs. Now, this car does sound pretty good. I mean, I drove a Jaguar F-Type V6 that had pretty much the same engine as this, and that car sounded so good. Yeah, you can really feel that it's a heavy SUV, which is fine. Now, I just noticed that I am in a forest mode. Now, this car has a bunch of different driving modes. I'm in normal mode, but it also has, you know, snow mode, I guess off-road. There's like a picture of like a tree in a forest, and also like a desert mode, like sand. But yeah, this it's okay. It's a big, heavy car. I think this car would be more for, you know, luxurious cruising on the highway. I mean, if you want like a canyon car, I guess you can get the SVR. But if you stab it, it's definitely got the power there. Now, we're just going to give her the beans just a little bit here. Oh yeah. Oh man, you can hear that supercharger whine. Yes. That was nice. Oh, and that was not slow at all. Wow. Now, going back to everyday normal driving modes, this car would be very smooth. I mean, the air ride suspension is nice. I have it on the lowest setting, on top of these big 21-inch tires. Yeah, this thing could definitely chew up the miles on the highway for sure. It would be very nice to drive this car every day just to have the level of luxury. I mean, everything in here is nice, the materials, and we've got 2 different types of leather, aluminum trim. You know, there's like a nice little checkerboard material on the dash here with the cup holders. I mean, this would be a very satisfying car to own. I said in the other video as well, the one small caveat to this car is that Land Rovers and Range Rovers in general are not known to be the most reliable cars, which if you're in the market for a car like this and dropping this kind of money on a car, that might be not too high on your list of must-haves. So yeah, let's rip into her a little bit. Man, that was very smooth power delivery, nice and linear. And visibility is very good in this car. You can see everything from the mirrors and out the back. That's never been a bad trait with Range Rovers. Yeah, that was impressive performance to go along with the luxury that this car has. All right, as always, guys, I pulled off. We're gonna do a little POV action. All right, we're just gonna get on the highway real quick. I'm gonna be a gentleman and put my turn signal on. And we're gonna wait for these cars to go just so I can give her the beans one last time. All right, here we go. Oh, yes, I love that supercharger whine. That could be like intoxicating. Yes, that was nice. Now, see, this is the duality of cars like that. You can rip it and get on the highways, as my dad says, give it an Italian tune-up. But then it can just be a normal, you know, comfortable, capable cruiser on the highway, which this car could do in spades. I mean, you've got a nice 10.2-inch screen right here. This is so luxurious and classy SUV. I really like it. Now we're gonna go back to home base and wrap this up. But yeah, like I said in the other videos too, I sort of lust for this car. It just exudes class and luxury and performance, and I think this would be a great car for somebody in the market for a luxury performance SUV. You could also consider the BMW X5, the Audi Q7, maybe even the Mercedes GLE or a Porsche Cayenne. But yeah, this car has a special feel to it. I don't think any of those other cars that I just mentioned would also have the off-road capabilities that this car has, and I think a few of the other ones have air suspension too. Every other car sort of has more of a typical sport hydraulic damper suspension. But yeah, the other thing, this gas pedal is very sort of touchy when you go from a start. Like when you just get on it a little bit, it just sort of lurches forward, which is all right. Alright, I'm back at home base, and we're going to wrap up this video with the 2017 Range Rover Sport. Now, this car has all the performance and luxury that I think you could need in a car. Now I'm going to give this car a GEM score. Big thank you to Yvette for letting me take her baby out. So leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of this Range Rover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.
Okay, the GEM score for the Range Rover Sport. Sound, I gave it a 7. It's pretty good. I love the supercharger whine. Styling, I gave it an 8. It's a classically gorgeous SUV. Performance, I gave it a 6. It's a big, heavy SUV, but it's still performed pretty well. Price, I also gave it a 6. Starting at $66,000, that's not exactly cheap. Comfort, I gave it an 8. The leather was incredible. Interior, I also gave it an 8. I love the simple setup, and the materials are first rate. Very nice interior. Fun factor, I gave it a 7 for a total GEM score of 50 out of 70. Now this puts this tied for 7th place with the Tesla Model 3 and the BMW M240i. These three cars couldn't be more different, but I enjoyed them all very much.